first started here at Lorries, it was the most daunting day of my life. New environment, strange faces. I was pretty scared, to be honest. Surprisingly, I was made to feel welcome by the boys who'd been here for years. They showed me some things I should know about the place, some shortcuts. They introduced me to some important people who said I'd fit in quickly. Pretty soon I became a part of Lorries. I felt the tradition rubbing off on me. I felt I belonged here.
Oh, I remember Tim when he first arrived. He came from a difficult family life. His single mum was struggling to support the family. And without the foundation, he wouldn't have been able to have any sort of real education.
That's how it all started. Then it was up to me. I had the opportunity to get involved in music. And in time, I mastered the saxophone, became part of the orchestra. Boy, that was fun, all of us trying to play as a group. I tried basketball, and I was okay. But I really puffed my chest up when I had the chance to wear the famous black and gold rugby jersey for the first time. I wasn't much of a swimmer, but I cheered like hell to help us win the carnival in my year. I was a part of everything here at Lorries.
The foundation was set up by the St Lawrence's Old Boys Association about 20 years ago. Its main purpose today is to provide scholarships and funding for fees for boys and families who wouldn't be able to afford a St Lawrence's education. When I see the boys here and successful, that obviously makes you feel very good, but it's a combined effort of all of the old boys. I'm just the spokesperson. What we have is hundreds and hundreds of old boys who make donations every year, who get involved, and who really like that link. I've had old boys who have written to me from the other side of the world and said, I'm one of those boys that the Christian Brothers helped. My parents couldn't afford to pay the school fees, and they've written out a cheque. And these guys are in their 50s and 60s and 70s now. And so I think everyone gets it. And certainly now I'm very proud to lead the foundation, and very proud of the work that we do, and very proud of keeping that spirit alive in St Lawrence's.
Now that I'm an old boy of Lorries, I recognise my responsibility to ensure that young boys have the same opportunity I had to gain an education and to create a successful and meaningful life.
The St Lawrence's College Foundation has helped a lot of boys like Tim to have a full schooling at St Lawrence's. The foundation is different from other foundations in other colleges throughout Australia because it's about people, about boys and their future, not so much about bricks and mortar. The Old Boys Foundation builds on the tradition that we've had in the school. In the past, the brothers may have reduced boys' school fees from 6p a week to 3p a week as a concession to help them. The modern equivalent of that is the Old Boys Foundation, where large numbers of old boys contribute to the education of a boy right through the school. And we'd be hoping that over time, larger numbers of old boys will contribute to the foundation to make a real difference in the lives of boys as they go through St Lawrence's.
I'm Justice Geoffrey Spender. For the last 25 years I've been a judge of the Federal Court of Australia, but I'm here primarily as patron of the St Lawrence's Old Boys Foundation. The foundation essentially provides the resources to enable a child, a young man, to have a satisfying, fulfilling education at a great college. I would very much want you to join me in being a financial contributor to Beyond the Gates. We can make a difference, a vital difference, to the young lives of the less privileged in our community, and we can continue the work of Edmund Rice in building young lives. Education is the key, and the foundation provides the key to many less privileged young men of our community.
Now that I've passed through the school gates for the last time as a student, I'm an active contributor to the Old Boys Foundation Beyond the Gates. I know I can make a difference. I know you can make a difference. Between us, we can ensure that Lorries remains more than just a school. And for those kids who need a hand, we can make that possible.